Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Cashway. This is Chef Randall. My name is Mike, and whoa, this show starts out with action right away.
Right, well, I got the hat on. What does that usually mean?
Bad hair day?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
It is, we're baking.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Okay, yep.
Right. So what I got here is I got some creaming of butter and sugar.
Okay.
So we're going to make a coffee cake.
Oh.
Because we are entertaining a lot of people. And a coffee cake is one of those things that's just really easy to serve. And we can do it like a day ahead, and we can either bake it that morning, or we can just bake it and have it around for people to snack on
When they want to have a cup of coffee.
So what we're doing is we're creaming that nice and light and fluffy. So that's what we want, is that nice, light, and fluffy look. Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna have you crack those eggs for me, please.
Okay.
Now I also have my flour. I have some orange zest. I also have some, we have almond extract, and we have vanilla extract. Now, the reason I used almond is because we're going to put some almonds on top of our coffee cake, and I wanted to make sure that I just reinforce that almond. Plus, we're going to be, flavoring it with some cranberries, and that's why we kind of want that almond flavor all in there. So what I'm doing right now is I'm plumping the cranberries. By plumping them, I'm kind of rehydrating them so that they don't get too hard and too difficult to eat sometimes. So that's why we're plumping them. And you've probably plumped raisins in pies and things like that before. So that's what we're doing.
Good. I'm glad you killed time, so I was able to get the shells out of the eggs.
All right. So one thing I do want to show here is that it's very, very light. The color is very light, very fluffy. That's a good sign that we've really worked that butter and sugar together. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to lower this thing again, and then we'll start mixing it, and we'll kind of add those eggs in about one at a time. Let it incorporate, and then let it, and then add another egg. Now, two is that I make sure that these are room temperature, because if it's too cold, it's going to cause that butter to cease, or kind of get tight, and we really don't want that. But if that does happen, you can just continue to beat it, and that friction will help kind of soften that out a little bit. So that's what we got going on there. And then we'll get that nice and fluffy. All right, so now that we got that, so that's what that looks like when you go there. Then we're going to add in our dry ingredients.
And this smells good.
So we're going to add our flour, and that's our cinnamon. There's some baking powder, baking soda. Those are our leaveners, okay? And then we're going to add a little zest and our almond and vanilla extract. Now okay. Now we're not going to add that quite yet.
Not yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to surprise you with that.
No.
But good. I like the thinking ahead.
Well, whenever you're doing this thing, it doesn't matter if it's wrong or right, you just beat it, right? Okay.
Folks, I have to deal with this every time, every day. And he lures me right into it. I mean, I'm so gullible. All right, so now we can go ahead and move this over. Now, I'm going to have you kind of clean off that batter while I strain out our craisins. Here you go, right here.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just strain these off. And I just used the orange juice that I had from the zest to plump up those cranberries. That's really what I did there.
Smells good.
And then you can use that in a cocktail.
Really?
Yeah. How about a cranberry sunrise? It's like a Cape Cod sunrise, not a
tequila?
Tequila.
Oh.
You can use gin, tonic. Listen to me. Gin, vodka.
That's an entirely different show.
It is. That's our late night show.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that works. All right, so now what we'll do is we're going to add our sour cream in. Thank you. And if you want to fold that in, and then we're also going to add our craisins. But we have to do something first. We have to show like this so that everybody can see.
Nice.
All right, and then we're going to just fold all that together.
Okay. It's a little heavy.
It is. And now this is one thing that I wanted to point out. In this particular recipe, this coffee cake is very heavy. and I don't want that for people to be alarmed.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to continue to fold this together, and then what we're going to do is we're going to bring these up, and we're going to put so we're going to do like little mini guys, because everybody loves a muffin top, right?
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to put it topped with some almonds that have been in a little bit of butter, and then we're going to put some sugar on top of that. So
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's great. So we're going to bake it, and we're going to come back.
Okay.
Sound good?
So we got some work to do during the commercial
We do.
break. Don't you worry about that. You just
Yeah.
sit back and relax, and we'll be back with the finished product.